Alright guys, I'm going to try to do a mod. I decided to use the Grylls rather than the Mora because most likely I'll be carrying this until I make my own knife. I want to make a bearing block divot and mount that right into the handle so that when I'm using it, when I'm trying to do friction fire, I have a ready-made bearing block. So I'm going to start off by trying to take these pennies, this penny or this nickel, I'm not sure which size, and I want to try to bend them into a bit of a curve, a bit of a divot, and then we'll see what we can do about mounting it inside there. Now for attempt one here, I'm going to use a plain old zincoid penny, not a copper penny. I chose a socket that is a little bit smaller than the penny is. And I'm going to take this 1/4 inch drive adapter. I'm going to center that on that penny, and I'm going to pinch that between the vise. So let me get it set up. Alright, I'll let you see this live. I haven't done it before, but you got that pinch between the vise. And we'll go ahead and put some pressure on there and hope something doesn't break and fly in my face. Bending. It's just a function of how much do I want to go. It's got a nice little curve to it, so that's looking good. I think I'm going to stop there before I punch through, so let's see what it looks like. Alright, put the weedy in there, bent it up, let's see what it looks like. 1941 weedy. Seems got a very good focus. So that looks good. We'll mount that right there. I think that's a good spot for it. Next thing I'll do is figure out how to get that into the handle. Alright, so what I decided to do is take a piece of copper tube, a little smaller than the penny. It's actually something I was working on in some other project, but I'm going to heat that sucker up. Since this is a rubberized handle, I'm hoping I can cut right through the plastic with this. We'll find out. And we will see if I can do this without ruining my knife. Do not catch on fire. Here we go. Here goes nothing. It's not bad. Didn't do too bad at all. A piece of solder is from the tube, but I got a nice little round mark, and it looks relatively deep enough. So I might hit that with a knife and see what it does. All right, so I got a 1/2 inch drill bit. I'm going to try to drill that center off. This. The orange or plastic underneath is much harder than the rubber, so we'll give this a try just to get that center out of there. Oh no, and that's the way my luck goes. Look what I drilled right into. It's the damn bolt they use to mount the handle on. Very interesting situation. Now I need to reconsider. Alright, so I took the bolt in, and I'm going to end up filling this with epoxy, so I'm okay with taking that bolt out because the shoulder's still there through the handle, so I think we're okay as far as integrity of the handle. And I'll just go ahead and epoxy this thing in here, in that divot, and try to clean up the edge. The edge is a little ugly now, but hopefully I can do that. Get it clamped in there and looking halfway decent. So we'll put some 2-part epoxy in. got the epoxy mixed up. Go ahead and just kind of fill that cavity up around the edges to help adhere that rubber edge from the original knife. And hope I don't have so much in that it just squeezes out. So that's not looking bad at all. Get some of this extra stuff off of here. Yuck, it's on my hands. And then I'll just squeeze that in the vise until it sets. Squeeze in the vise there. It's nice and flush now. Hopefully it'll look good when I pull it out, or at least work. If it doesn't look good, at least hopefully it'll work well. And there it is, a 1 cent modification to a Bear Grylls knife to put in a bearing block divot. We'll let it set for a little while and we'll give it a try and see how it works. Alright, I just pulled out the kit that I used in the last video. It's been sitting on the ground, so it's soaking wet. But so I don't expect to make a fire. But so I can leave the knife right in the sheath. There's still some epoxy on the outside of the coin, but I'm sure that'll wear off after a while. But we'll give it a quick go here. This really short and stubby spindle. See how well this works for me. Not bad at all. Definitely removes the friction from the bearing block. That's cool. 1 cent modification. Penny inside a handle. And there you have it. I'll go ahead and get a good kit put together and we'll make another video and watch this thing make a fire.